Showcase a few of Canada's hottest musical and visual artists. This podcast is brought to you by a WWB production with music by Andrew Riley and New York City's very own Emmy Award-winning composer Wendell Haynes. We can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and Spreaker.com. I am your host, LWB, and it gives me great pleasure today to introduce you to our guest, Big Downey. Hey, hey, hey. Well. So we're going to introduce you, Mr. Big Downey, to the people. All right? Big Downey, folks, is a popular and accomplished Toronto-based artist who has a unique sound, great visual directing skills, creative mind, and a lot to offer the music industry. With 2 American tours under his belt, he attended the BET Awards, folks, has hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube, and is slowly taking over the industry step by step. Big Downey started writing music as a hobby, which developed into a high-level skill. Join us as we watch and celebrate Toronto's own Big Downey on his rise to the top. Yeah. How's it going? Yes, I'm great. Good to see you. Thanks for asking. Well, thank you. So do you. We're going to jump right in. So my podcast and the reason for doing this is to highlight and showcase underground artists. So you've already been to the BET Awards. You're on the come up. You have how many music videos now?
11 brand new ones. And I'm shooting 2 this month. Like I booked 5 minutes ago, I was like talking to the people booking it, Link Studio up on Bloor.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting a video on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be my 12th one, like brand new.
Yeah.
And I have a next one. It's featuring DJ Snoopy. You should have him on your podcast. He's like the biggest DJ in the city.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know Snoopy?
I have not heard of Snoopy, but other than that, I don't know who's hot. That's why you're here.
Oh, yeah.
We need you to tell us who's hot, right?
Anybody, they're going to tell you DJ Snoopy. So me and him have a song called Elite. And basically I'm directing it because directors, they just basically show up with the camera, right?
Yeah.
I direct your own videos. So it's all my thing. So I got the limo. We're going to get the Rogers Center scene. I booked Link Studio for the second scene. Mm-hmm. We're going to be standing on top of the limo in front of the CN Tower, so just real.
Having fun?
Yeah, just having fun.
Okay, so I was raised on rap with Sugar Hill Gang, talking about chicken wings and going over your friends' houses and having fun. Mm-hmm. Rap has changed tremendously over the decades. What does rap mean to you today?
It's everything. Honestly, music is my mood. I love music. My personal music, I make it for motivation. I like to get money, have fun, party. I don't make drill music. I actually make music that I would find appropriate to play for my mom, like people who grew up on music. You probably like it because I have like very intense lyrical bars.
Okay, yeah. So when you say appropriate,
I don't rap about killing other black men because that's not what I stand for as a person. So I don't make drill music, but it's more of like, let's get money, let's have fun, turn up type of vibe.
So what's your opinion about why there is exponentially more killing within the community between black on black men in rap particularly? Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've turned on the radio and heard another up-and-comer that's been threatened or at risk for just doing what you're trying to do. Just have fun, like you just said. Mm-hmm. What is that about? What's the culture? Talk to somebody who doesn't know, who's not connected to the industry, and explain why you think that is. Why do you think there's more of this kind of loathing,
Self-hatred. But also, it's kind of like conditioning. They conditioned us from when we were young to people hate on each other. I get hated on all the time. I have haters,
So when you say they, who's they?
The higher ups, the power at hand, the people who control the media. So like the people who control TV, the people who control what we listen to, the big guys. Right now, I control independently, right? Like I control myself. But once you get to a certain level, as Tupac, Biggie, Drake, Future, they control what you have. And whatever kids see, like little kids are impressionable. When I was a little kid, whatever I seen on TV, I thought it was cool. When I started meeting celebrities, I was with Tony Yayo 3 weeks ago. I was for like 4 hours. I'm like, yo, how's 50 Cent? Eminem, Dr. Dre, because he knows them all, right?
That's right.
And I sent you, I was with him for like 4 hours. So when you're like a little kid, you're impressionable to anything. Right. That's why a lot of stuff that they put on TV, it's really, I kind of think that part of the media is evil.
That's right. So what I love about what you said, though, is that you acknowledge you have control and power over your own flow right now. And you are mastering your own game right now. So you're saying that once you get into that next level, you expect to lose that?
No, not at all.
Right. So how are you going to maintain your integrity?
Because that's just who I am as a person.
No, how are you going to do it? Tell the people who are looking up to you how to do it so that nobody else gets taken for.
Oh, yeah. You have to stand on all 10. You have to be a man at the end of the day.
What does that mean?
Do what you feel is right. Do the right thing. Make your mom proud. Make your family proud. I have a bunch of little cousins and stuff.
Yeah.
When I see them, when I walk into the house, I give them all Red Boys, like a $50 bill. I slap them on the hand, tell them, make your mom proud. Listen to your teachers. I give them motivation and encouragement because it goes a long way.
Right. So make your mom proud. Show them videos that they can be inspired by.
Facts. Inspiration, that's the word.
There you go.
Inspire the youth. Let's inspire the people.
Okay, so you have a mother.
Yes.
Do you have any sisters?
I have 2 sisters.
Okay, so the video I saw of yours and this awesome CD you gave me today, it has the visual of a woman. I'm a woman. I'm your auntie. Okay, I love you.
Yes.
Already. Okay, right now.
Yes.
You could be my son. You could be my brother. You could be my uncle. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
I love you. Okay? So when I see this image, I have to say, well, I don't understand. I'm a little confused. Because I get the game.
Yes.
I'm just trying to ask you, Downey, why do we feel that our women should be reflected like that?
The funny thing is, I didn't even pick this album cover. I'm on my 3rd album. Everybody go pick up Big Downey Volume 1. I have Plugged In, and then it's complete, and I'm working on my 3rd album right now. Basically, I'm on top of the Rolls Royce. The guy who put this together, he picked this cover. I sent him a different cover, and he sent this back to me and said, this is it.
So you're already telling me that even though you're not signed like Biggie and Tupac and Eminem, that you don't have control over your images. This is what you're telling me?
No.
Let's go. Let's go. Keep it real.
Everybody was telling me it looks good.
Okay, so it looks good. Why do you think that is?
Women.
As men, you love women. Okay, there's the answer.
Yes.
Okay, so you love women, which is fine. Yes. This is what makes humanity move forward. But do we want our women...
Who she is. First of all, she's one of the most known dancers in Toronto. Everybody knows Chinks. Chinks is a baddie.
So this is Chinks' butt. How do I know Chinks if I'm only seeing her butt?
Because she's known. You could tell by her,
the side of her face.
The side of her face.
I can tell.
If you're in the community, in the circle, you know who Chinks is.
Okay, so Chinks gave you the mad props by being on the cover of your
when Tony
album.
Yayo, for example, when Tony Yayo of G-Unit seen that, right?
Yeah.
And 3 weeks ago, he was on tour at 50 in Europe.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, bro, who is this? He asked about her like 3 different times. Like, he wanted me to call her to get her there. I was backstage downtown at his show. And he kept calling about, I know you feel offense to it.
I want to understand from the perspective of being a male, you love women. I love that. Let's celebrate our women, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm your auntie. So I'm asking for the folks out there who don't understand why the need, and you have to understand it comes off as exploiting women, why the need to exploit women. And by the way, there's an increase of this. It's not just the violence like you talked about, which you stay away from, which I applaud you for. It's an increase in all of these elements that make us say, well, what is this genre? Mm-hmm. What are we trying to say? Like you said, you're not trying to like beat up your brother and say, hey, let's go kill each other. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So then what about the exploitation of women? I want you to think about it. Because I think that if you stand on your talent and your talent alone without these sort of like, jingle bells around us, because that's what they are, right? They're distractions, whether it's somebody's rear end or somebody's bad mouth or somebody's weapon. It's a distraction from how amazing you are.
But you do have to draw people in as well.
So that's how we draw people in? Sex and violence.
Like I said, Tony Yayo's a super millionaire, and this guy was like, who is this? Like he was joking with me. He's like, who is this?
You answered all of my questions. You were in the hot seat and you answered them amazingly. Yeah. And I'll tell you something. One of the first things you learn in advertising is that sex sells.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong. When I sit and ask you these tough questions, you handle them well, but I'm saying be mindful
for sure.
of the effect you're having on these youngers. Because guess what? The youngins are looking up to you, not just for those 50s. They're looking up to you like, this is what makes him popular and interesting, etc. It's because he has these girls, or is it because he is the OG, right? So just keep that in your mind. I'm proud of you. It's great that you're on the come up, but just be mindful of the messaging that you're sending and why.
My mom said the exact same thing. When I was supposed to send you pictures, she's like, don't send that album cover. That's why I sent you the back of the album instead of the front, because my mom said nobody wants to see this girl's butt. I swear to God she said that. So
well, then
my mom is the exact same way.
That's
so
good. That's
this is
good.
A great interview. Thank you.
Well, no, you're welcome. And the bottom line is I want you to think about it. I might have received that and said to myself, I cannot sit with this young man because I'm offended. Like I told you about the N-word, right? I'm offended. I can't have it in my house. I can't hear the word. I've been on this planet many decades, but I cannot hear that word. It still gets me
I understand
off,
the trauma.
right? It's traumatic.
Too, right?
It's traumatic. It's traumatic. I know what that word means. I know that our people were hung over that word. I know what it means. I know how little respect the Black woman gets across the globe, not just here in Canada, not just in the U.S., across the globe. I know that, by the way, last thing, that there's a woman who sat here just an hour ago who was dying in the hospital, Black sister, okay? And she was neglected for 4 to 10 hours without anybody asking her, can I help you? So this is what
That's
Black
horrible.
women suffer from, right? So when you start young men looking up to other men, and if they're not respecting the woman in the family, that's my only concern, is that we have to start there. And you have a lot of self-love, self-respect, and I don't ever want you to forget that. That's all. I wanted to make sure that I looked you in the eye today and said, keep going, do your thing, but be mindful of that.
I appreciate your message. I honestly love Black women. I have a tattoo of you. This is to signify Black women right here. So my mom's Black, my sisters are Black. I'm Black. I got the CN Tower right there.
That's beautiful.
So, this is a representation of everybody.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's great. And you are important and you're valuable and you have a contribution to make. And let me tell you something, making people move and be excited with a good song, there's nothing wrong with that. We need joy. But how do we go about that joy? Okay. I never want you to forget that. So if you looked at the 70s music, if you looked at those inspirational people that you talked about from Tupac to Biggie, whatever, which is what I was raised on, how do you think raps changed before we go? Because this has been a beautiful, lengthy interview. We're going to try to keep them to 15 for season 2. I could talk to you all day and night, but how do you think rap has evolved from those days to now?
Well, one of my favorite songs was made in 1964. It's called Baby Love by the Supremes.
Baby love, my baby love.
I love that song. Like, it does something to my soul. I was born in the 90s, so 3 decades before I was even born, and I love that song.
Nice.
So
okay, why do you love that song? That's a beautiful song.
It's beautiful. It's like timeless art. And the song Dreams by the Everly Brothers?
Okay.
Dreams? I like that song too.
Yeah.
A lot. That's on my playlist.
Okay, so why do you like Dreams?
Because it's
like
just
Baby
timeless.
Love?
It just makes my soul feel happy.
You feel happy.
And great.
And here's the deal. You're going to have more interested people in you. So I'm asking you to never forget this moment, which is that I'm challenging you to always be thinking about what you're feeding them.
Yes.
Because you have gotten to this place and you've been inspired by things that have brought you to this place that makes you want to do music. So what are you going to do with that platform? You have a platform and you have youngins listening and looking up to you. So you have a responsibility.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's not just let's make music, let's flow. I get that everybody wants to do that. That's easy. You're talented. Boom. Easy. But if you're in the company of these guys that you're looking up to and like, hey, how's 50? Get it? I get it. Okay, everybody loves that song, Happy Birthday, it's your birthday. Come on. Timeless. But the point is, what are we doing with all that energy, right?
Facts.
And how are we giving back?
Inspire people to not give up.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm like a Covenenant House kid. I used to live downtown on Parliament. So start from the bottom and
now we're here.
Beautiful. Like I was in Miami, Hollywood. And I'm somebody who was like wintertime sleeping in staircases, never had nothing.
Wow.
And the only reason I had a little bit of inspiration, that's the only reason what kept me not giving up. Yeah.
Music.
Yeah, I think so. That's why I'm doing it now.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I encourage you as we wrap to talk about that in your music.
Where in New York are you from?
I'm from Manhattan.
Oh, nice. Have you heard of the LES? Lower East Side?
Of course.
Oh, wow.
We don't call it the LES. It has had many names over the years. You got to remember, with gentrification of any neighborhood, it's going to change. The fabric and the environment of any town, when they have millions coming in, the culture gets stripped, right? And it no longer becomes what it was originally. So Lower Manhattan was a different vibe when I was growing up, okay, than what it is now.
I love New York.
Yes, we love New York. I will never not love my city. But here's the deal.
Yes.
We all have things to give one another and to feed one another. But the main thing is, be a proponent for your own change, which you've already done to get yourself here from the streets. God bless you. Seriously, God bless you.
Thank you.
That's no easy feat. You are an example. And really remember that you could actually change other little homeless girls and boys, because they will see themselves in you. So what do you want them to see? Do you want them to see this beautiful, I'm sure beautiful lady's rear, whose face I cannot see?
Yes.
Or do you want them to understand what it took for you to get out? It's not her rear. I can guarantee you this didn't get you out of the streets of Parliament. What got you out was your will, what was in here, in your heart. That's what got you out. Your mind, your determination to never succumb to the streets, to bad influences, to danger. You're a survivor. That's what people need to be hearing from you, because you walked it and you lived it and you survived it, and now you're gonna go up.
Yes, but conscious music, one thing I'm gonna say, that's a great message. It doesn't sell completely, so that's always gonna be me. That's gonna be in me, and that's what I want to do.
Yes.
But to get to a certain level, like Common, Lupe Fiasco, Talib Kweli, those guys are known, but they're not known to where.
What about Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, Kendrick.
Look at that. I came with an immediate response.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah, it can be done.
My brother, I love you. I'm going to leave you on that. You heard me. I gave you one example.
Yeah.
Okay? Why does he stand out in a world of class by himself? Because he doesn't have to succumb to that.
You have a big spirit.
And so do you.
Thank you.
And so do you. Thank you. But here's the deal. I made you think. You took a deep breath. I love that, because I'm connecting to you soul to soul. And that's all I wanted. But I like you. And that's why you're here, because I knew you would listen. And you're looking at me eye to eye, and you're listening. And I'm not here to be your prophet. I'm just here to plant a seed. Because you are a smart young man who's a survivor, who's strong. And again, not everything is for everybody. I want to end up on that positive, which is to say, I'm not trying to have you change for anybody. I just want you to be conscious of how you go about it, because we can still.
You're looking out for our people.
That's exactly right.
I can't fault you. I don't fault you.
Thank you for
all
saying
you're
that.
saying at the end of the day is do the right thing.
Thank you for saying that.
And I appreciate you for saying that.
All right, folks, I'm out. That's LWB. That was a beautiful interview. You heard it right here first. Big Downey's on the come up. Check out the next episode. Tune in. I'll make sure you have all Big Downey's links, his podcast, interview, his own website links, music video links, everything you need. Just come on back, folks. We're going to be doing it live here from week to week all throughout March and April, spring 2023. Season 2. I'm LWB. Much love. Back it out, pouring out. He's